Recording in progress. So online students, can you hear my voice now? Say yes or no to me once. Sandeep. Right, 1 minute. Yesterday one program written, right? Right. So the last class we came across transaction management anyway. So let me repeat for 5 minutes once. Today's class. Yeah, right. Transaction means set of statements executed on a single resource or group of resources using acid properties. We call it as a transaction. Transaction management. Transaction management means transaction management, the process of controlling the transaction from starting to ending. We are calling it as a transaction management. Sir, how you are controlling means JDBC applications will perform auto commit operations. We are going to stop that auto commit operation by writing set auto commit to false. Then we are writing normal transaction process. We are writing. After writing the transaction process, we are going to check all statements under the transaction executed or not. If all the sub statements under the transaction executed successfully, then we are going to commit manually. That's the meaning. So in that way, the transaction is under our control. For understanding purpose, transaction means yesterday transferring some amount from one account to another account. Here, you have to subtract the amount from one account. You have to add the amount to another account. So two statements under your transaction roughly. And we are going to cross check the two statements has been completed successfully or not. That only P and Q we are saying. If that P and Q are equal to 1, we are going to perform commit. That is yesterday's information. Like this yesterday, I took one small diagrammatical form for you. And you got it already. So I must write small definitions about acid properties. Once for interview purpose, write it. Acid properties. The process in which atomicity, the process in which all the statements in transaction are executed at a at a time or not at all. Not at all means nothing is executed. Whether if anything happened in the middle, the total transaction will be cancelled. That's the meaning of it. Not at all. Is is known as known as atomicity. Is known as atomicity. Executed at a time or not at all means there are 10 statements in one transaction. After completing 6 statements, some disturbance has been occurred. You must not stop the transaction there only. You have to complete the remaining 4 lines or you have to bring it to 0. That concept we call it as atomicity. Example, if you're trying to withdraw some amount from ATM center, you 10,000 you want to withdraw, you withdraw 10,000. Cash did not came, but message came to you. 10,000 has been cut it. So some reasons it will not happen nowadays. 10 years back it happened. Now all perfect things are happening nowadays. Suppose if the message came 10,000 has been cutted from your account, but cash not available in your hand. Immediately you'll go to one banking sector. If you go with ATM sector, you'll go to one banking sector. Where is your branch available? You'll go there and you'll say that this is the happened. Then they'll give one form to you because for everything one authentication will be there. They'll give one form because they must know whether you are the correct person of this bank or not. They'll ask you to fill the details, one form, one signature. That person will not do anything because he is one front end executive person only. So he will collect the information, he forward the information. Any customer related queries are there, he can answer. He don't have permission to enter into dark web. So where your transaction details, usernames, passwords is there, separate team will be there. They only can enter. All cannot enter. So that office people do not have that permissions. What their duty is to collect that and they'll enter into one system and they'll submit the query. Instead of you, they'll submit it. If you are using a mobile banking, you only can submit. That is a strategy today. So they'll say after a few hours, maybe 4 hours, or 1 day, 2 days, something they'll say. After that, the amount will be coming back to you. At any cost, the amount will come. So in between, what happened means when the transaction is going on, some disturbance occurred. Service gateway problem or integration gateway problem or some miscellaneous action attack has been over. Like this, they'll freeze the account. Immediately, they'll stop the total transaction. They'll freeze it. Wherever the amount is there, amount will not travel. No, amount will not travel. What are the transaction modes are there? They'll freeze it. Due to some miscellaneous action, they'll freeze it and keep that freezing. Immediately when the customer comes and raise the token, they'll say in particular things happen, he knows, and immediately he will send the cash back to you. When the cash back to your account is nothing but atomicity only, coming to 0 stage again. Understood this point? If not, he will answer you after 4 hours, or if somebody calls, or again you can inquire it, he'll say, no, that will send to the means suppose it not ATM center. Suppose you transfer to some ATM, some amount, some phone pay. Phone pay, if you transfer the amount not transferred, always will come processing will come. Sometimes amount will be cutted from your bank. So there one option is there in your phone pay. Backside, if you go to it, raising token option is there. You can raise the token and you can get back the amount. If you are not getting the get the amount also, your beneficiary account will be debited. Means what is happening here? Sir, if transaction something happened, you have to come back to zero stage or you have to come back to completed stage. That process we call it as atomicity. Means at any cost, a single piece also must not be missed from your banking domains. That only atomicity. Consistency, make it. Consistency, normal English meaning is same. Consistency, normal English meaning is same. Sir, how we can apply this consistency to our transaction management? Example. Yesterday I took book my show somewhere, roughly. I took one book my show. On the day one, roughly I written some book my show transaction roughly. Here. Here select seats, one concept is there. So I selected 4 seats on particular movie, particular date, particular show time. I selected 4 seats. After selecting the 4 seats or 4 tickets, I gone for payment. Payment will take some time, some milliseconds time. Until my transaction is completed, whatever the selection I done, they must be available to me. They must be available to me. Means what? I blocked it. You must not show the tickets to other user who is in the online. So consistency means the resource states. Even seats also resources means what you are going to use. The resource states must remain same. The resource state must remain same until the transaction is completed. Is known as a consistency. The process in which the selected resource state remains same until your transaction is completed. That process we call it as a consistency. Once you selected 2 seats, 100% that 2 seats are available to you until you complete your payment and come. That concept we call it as a consistency. Suppose consistency fails in your transaction, consistency fails. What happened now? The 2 seats selected by user 1, if the consistency fails, the 2 seats will be shown for the user 2 also. If the consistency fails, they'll show that 2 seats to second user also. Then 2 users will book that same tickets. That's called consistency failed. Make it. Consistency. How can we write this? The process in which the process in which the selected resource state, the process in which the selected resource state remains same. The process in which the selected resource state remains same until until the transaction until the transaction is completed. Until the transaction is completed is known as consistency. The process in which the selected resource state remains the same until the transaction is completed is known as a consistency. Isolation. Isolation means independent. If we take banking domains, n number of users will be in the online. If you take your web application or enterprise application, many users will be interacting with your applications. In that process, all users must be executed independently. They must be executed independently. We call it as isolation. Make it the process in which all multiple users are executed independently. The process in which all multiple users are executed independently is known as isolation. Is known as isolation. The process in which all multiple users are executed independently is known as isolation. Durability. Durability means making it available for long period. We call it as durability. Java durability, 25 years completed already. Almost 29 years, I think. Durability means long period, available for long period is known as durability. Example, if you book a ticket in Book My Show, until you watch the movie, that history is available to you. That's called one durability. Suppose if you take one insurance company, details are available to you until the policy matures. If you take one pension scheme, until the government employee retires and take his all cash backs, that is available. Durability means making it available for long period. We call it as durability. Durability time will be changed based on your applications. When the transaction successful or failed, you have to store it and make it available. You have to store it and make it available. The concept we call it as durability. Make it the process in which the process in which the process in which the transaction details are stored and available for long period, stored and available for user enough. Don't write period. That can be based on the application changes. The process in which the transaction details are stored and available for users is known as durability. Your CIBIL score is there? No, that is the greatest durability it has. 20 years back, if anybody take loan and he disconnected also, that shows. Means what? The histories are recorded and available for many years. Banking domains, that only know, greatest durability they had. Durability is one feature, recording the transaction and keeping it available for the user. That period depends upon your applications. So-called durability. This is one line. I written the definition in the point of program I written. So database people will write a different way. So in the process of writing one JDBC application, based on our mindset, we written these definitions. So this is your transaction management. You had it. Now finally, hierarchy of JDBC statements. One small siding. Hierarchy of JDBC statements. So like this. On the day one, I drawn like this. Wrapper, I drawn. wrapper, one interface, java.sql, auto closable, auto closable, one interface coming from lang. I drawn on the deck connection I drawn. Connection, one interface. java.sql. Here to here you have extends. Extends. Now we are having statement. Statement one interface. java.sql. This wrapper extended here also. Auto closable extended here also. Statement extended to prepared statement, one interface. Here to here we have extends. This arrow I am showing the flow. Flow means the members of statement available to prepared statement. That's the meaning of it. Callable statement. Callable statement. One interface which is extended from prepared statement. There is a relation. Right. You can look also here. See there, you can see that. You can see this here. Java P java.sql dot callable. Callable statement. This callable statement extends from prepared statement. Can you see this, all of you? Extends from prepared statement. Now prepared statement extends from statement. Prepared statement extends from statement. Now the statement is extended from wrapper and auto closable. That is the diagram I drawn here. Suppose one database product is there here. Some database. So through driver manager, the connection is established. Through driver manager. There is one link established to here. This is the hierarchy. So whenever this connection object connected to database, indirectly all these are available to database, means they can connect to database. Why means through connection only these objects are coming. Yes or no now? Your methods are there, their methods are giving there is a relation there. These objects all related. It's a meaning. They are all related. We are officially establishing connection to database to your connection object. Through connection object only remaining objects are coming. So these objects are indirectly connected to database. It's a concept. Then what these two people are doing? These are all doing the work anyway. What these two people are doing? Auto close means close operation anyway. What is this wrap? Wrapper means cover. Wrapper classes are there no in core Java. What is the intention of, what is the advantage of wrapper class? Wrapper classes will make primitive data types available in the form of objects. Why? Java frameworks and tools will work with objects only. They will not work with values. Example, generic collection framework. If you say stack of element you are writing, no. In that element you write int error will come. If you write integer, it accepts. So it is accepting in the form of object. Because of this reason, core Java people kept that wrapper classes in your library java.lang to make primitives available in the form of objects. Wrap means cover. Means what? One value covered and make it available in the form of object. Wrapper is an interface here. That wrapper class different is different. Concept that only. Wrap means bind. Their boxing, unboxing is there, no? Boxing means keeping inside. Unboxing means taking. Nowadays, auto boxing, auto unboxing came. So boxing means keeping inside. Inside means binding only, no, sir. Binding only, no box. Boxing is nothing but binding only. Wrapper. Interface from java.sql package, which is used to check JDBC statements are binded to driver manager or not. You can check it by using two methods available in SQL dot wrapper. Is wrapper for particular class? It is wrapper means it is a member of that or not, connected or not. Unwrap means disconnected. So sometimes you can check it. Generally in coding, we never use this. For interview purpose, one question will come. That question I am discussing. When you completed statement, prepared statement, callable connection, you must know its parent, no wrapper. You must know. One interview question or one system test. They'll ask one question to you. So to write that wrapper question, only I drawn this diagram. Right. I'll give a time to you. Draw this diagram. I'll give a time. Everybody should remember this diagram also. You draw like this as it is. I'm showing first part. I'm showing. So there is a relation between that statements. Statement is the parent of prepared statement. Prepared statement is the parent of callable statement. Right. Now, one definition on this. If anybody asks, define wrapper in JDBC, the last one question, interview question is there. Maximum the system test question only that one. Because many people forget it JDBC. All are in the fever of Spring and web services only, no? Right. So one or two. When you search a resume, what happened? If you upload the resume with core Java nowadays, calls also not coming. Right. So definitely it's a Spring word, you must find it. Spring. So they forgetted this wrapper. But in system test, you are recurring. It's my duty to show the hierarchy. When I'm dealing statement, prepared statement, callable connection, I must speak about their parents also one line. Make it. After this hierarchy means how they are available in the library. Define W capital wrapper in JDBC. Define wrapper in JDBC. Wrapper is an interface from java.sql package. Wrapper is an interface from java.sql package and which is extended to connection and statement interfaces. Wrapper is an interface from java.sql package and which is extended to connection and statement interfaces. Which is extended to connection and statement interfaces. This wrapper will support. This wrapper is used to check the classes binded to indirectly driver manager only. So they are binded here or not. They can check it out. Means they are member of, because connection pooling concepts will come. In their connection pooling concept, multiple database connections will be there. Database connection means different connection objects. The connection object, different statement objects. Connection different, statement different, and so on. This statement cannot be the member of another connection, no? In that cases, if you want to check, wrapper will support whether you are a member of the driver manager or not. So this wrapper is used, not villain. This wrapper is used to check the classes, binded to driver manager or not. Driver manager or not. This wrapper is used to check the classes binded to driver manager or not. Binded means linked to driver man. Whenever you say driver manager dot get connection method will come for execution. Method will not come without class loading. Class will be loaded, no? Yes or no? No. First the class should be loaded, then only method will get the memory, then the method will come out. Without class loading, it will not come. First class should come. Moreover, the class should come out of your hard disk. From your library, it has to come out. I said no, hard disk in your secondary storages, execution not available. It has to come to primary memory. Primary memory means RAM. It has to come to the RAM. It cannot come and load into RAM directly. In the RAM, JVM will be running. In the JVM, partitions are available. So in one partition, the class will be loaded. Wherever the class loads, there only class components will get the memories. I loaded to this room. My laptop got the memory. If I load to above floor, my laptop will get the memory there. Where class loads, there only static member will get the memory. That is the rule. So whenever you are going to access get connection method, to access that get connection method must be available first. Available means memory. Whenever you want to get connection method available, driver manager must be loaded. When the driver manager loaded, algorithm will be triggered. That is the concept. One auto algorithm will be triggered. The algorithm will be interacting with your loaded drivers, and they are all one environment they creates where your JVM2, your database, one operating system related, one environment will be created. Through that environments, the establishment of your connections, operations will be performing. That's the meaning actually. If you want to check these components are member of the driver manager, this wrapper will help you. It's a concept. The following are two important methods of wrapper. One is unwrap. Is wrapper. Is wrapper for. Is wrapper for. Just remember the methods we never use anywhere. Why means already ORMs came no since many years. You take a Hibernate and nowadays Hibernate not available. Yes or no? Na? Hibernate with JPA nowadays only 1% or 2% company only using that Hibernate with JPA. So what happened here? Many ORM tools came and they are updating coming. So many things happened in the between anyway. Right. This is small point you must be in position to speak here. I'm not writing any notes about it. Just any interview questions are coming or system test is coming. You must know one wrapper component available. You must know method names at least. And one more is auto closable. Make it. Define auto closable. Auto closable. This auto closable concept is from core Java actually. Exception handling chapter. Right. Look here. Some JDBC application 11 roughly. Add one jar file. Build path. Configure build path. Packages test. dbcon 11. In your core Java, you'll write like this. Import java.util first general program is this one. Scanner S is equal to new scanner of system.in. Now S dot close. This is normal. System and customer 61 is there. Right. ID is what now? Integer. ID I given normal number. Customer 61. Okay. ID is number. So enter the customer ID. Example. System dot out dot println. Enter the customer ID. It is an integer value, no? Int customer ID is equal to integer dot parseInt s dot next line. Based on the customer ID, I must retrieve the details like this. Okay, right. First, here one exception will come anyway. So display that's customer ID first. Customer ID. Now see what is the disturbance in this program? When the disturbance will come? If I entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correct only. Suppose if I entered CS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what happened? Exception will come. What will come now? Exception. What is the name of exception? Number format exception. Somebody is saying error. Means you don't know the difference between error and exception. Core Java clarity is there. Java dot lang dot error different. Java dot lang dot exception different. Both are different. Java dot lang dot error. Separate class that is. Java dot lang dot exception. Both are different. Now, this is the exception. To handle this exception, you have to declare all the statements within the try catch, they'll say. So whatever the exception lines are there, they'll keep here. What are the rules of try now? Sir, if any disturbance occurred in try block, what happened? What happened? Suppose your exception came, what happened? Hmm? Okay. When the exception raised here, one object created. What is created? One object created. What is the type of exception raised here? Number format exception. Java.lang. Number format exception. It is a class. For that type of exception, for that one object created. The object will have one address. The address will be thrown here. Number format exception. This only you by headed, no? Louder I want. This only I by headed, sir. But I must ask a trainer. This variable declared by the type class, non-primitive data type variable. Non-primitive data type variable will hold value or reference. Louder. Again louder. Reference. So exception is thrown or reference thrown. Louder. Reference is thrown. Understood is fine now. One object created, reference will come. That's the point. Sir, reference is there, means print it. System dot out dot println nfe dot to string. How can you call a method without object is there? Get message method is there, print stack trace method is there. How methods will come without object then? So definitely one object is created. So here CS 1, 2, 3, 4. The class name and message is coming. Class name is coming or not? No, two string. No, sir, I only want to give a message, sir. Means don't print the two string. You only give the message. Sir, I only want to give a manual message. Give it. What you will give now? System dot out dot println enter only integer value. Enter only integer value. That's the meaning. I'm giving information to it. Suppose if I entered CS1, 2, 3, 4. This is okay. That you learn from core Java. But some people not correctly learned because I not touched up to now. There is a reason. If I touch deeply, again doubt will come in core Java. That many things what you not concentrated. Many people. If I touch it now, it's the biggest ocean, Java. Pin by pin by pin, pin by pin, you have to trace it out. Anyway, object is coming. Now, when the exception raised in line number 11, one object created in the line number 11, the object will have one reference that is moved to here. So control is coming from line number 11 to line number 15. Yes or no? Na? When the control is coming to line number 11 to line number 15, yes dot close is not executed. Yes dot close is not executed. When exception raised, the closing operation not done. But according to the best programming practices, what are the resources you open, you should close them. For that, the other given finally block. This finally block is given for resource closing operation. What is the nature of finally block means? Exception raised or not raised, final block will run. It is executed independently without depending on disturbance exception. Exception raised or not raised, I will run it. So resource will be closed. Whenever I write s dot close here, whenever I write s dot close here, finally block is trying to use a variable s. This variable s is a local variable of try block. The local variable of try block cannot be used outside the try. Totally error. So what you have to do now? To overcome this error, this scanner, we are writing outside the try. This is your practice. This only is the general practice you are doing. CS1, 2, 3. Enter only integer value 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer will come. Later on by Java 7 version, 2011, Java 7 version came. When this Java 7 version came, why you are writing finally block here? Separately, they brought a concept known as try with resource. They started writing try here of scanner S is equal to new scanner of system dot in. They started writing here. This only try with resource. Then no need to use finally block to overcome the usage of finally block. They brought try with resource. Remaining you must write inside. This is a concept. So try with resource introduced by Java 7, where catch block is not mandatory, it is optional. This try with resource we use for resources like file resources, DB resources, and so on. This coding is Java 7 code. In Java 9 version by 2017, they brought. Why you are writing the complete resource here? Don't write here. You write the resource outside and write the variable inside. This is Java 9 version. Enhanced try with resource. Sir, why you are saying this story now? Why means why you are not closing this? What is the reason? S dot close available from 1995 to 2011. S dot close is available and finally block available. Then without that S dot close, how the resource is closing? They'll ask it. How the resource will be closed means scanner class if you take it. Everybody knows scanner class from Java, core Java, but many people don't know hierarchy of scanner. The parent of scanner, nobody knows. Only a few people knows. In my core Java book, I'll record it. So parent, scanner class parent is iterator. Scanner class parent is closable. Can you see this? java.io.closable. Open that java.io.closable. Java.io.closable. Here, auto closable will be there. Now the statement is the resource classes which are used in try with resource statement must be implementations of java.lang.auto closable. That is a rule. Scanner auto closable because it is a member of auto closable. Understood this point now, right? Connection can be auto closable if you write it. Daily you're writing con dot close, no need write. You can write that try of con semicolon if you write, it will be closed automatically. Like the statement, prepared statement, callable statement, objects also can be disconnected. Actually, I'm not drawing that arrows, but internally, whenever I establish connection to your database now, indirectly, all these are connected to driver manager. And small links will be created. That links we are not drawing, but links are created. That links you can disconnect and come. How? stm.close, ps.close, cs.close. There are statements. Con.close you can do. All these closing operations you can write under try with resource. The reason they are all implementations of auto closable. This concept came by Java 7, 2011. Today you are in 2024. So this concept, old concept, this is 12, 13 years back concept. So if the resource class, which is the implementation of your auto closable, that can be used in the try with resource statement. Now write it. To say that one point I written this program. The resource classes, the resource classes which are implemented from, the resource classes which are implemented from java.lang.auto closable. The resource classes which are implemented from java.lang.auto closable. The resource classes which are implemented from java.lang.auto closable interface. Interface can be. No, 1 minute. Resource classes, I made a statement. No, the resource classes which are implemented from java.lang.auto closable interface are automatically closed automatically closed in try with resource statement. Try with resource statement. The resource classes which are implemented from java.lang.auto closable interface are automatically closed in try with resource statement. Which are not implemented from auto closable, if you try to use in your try with resource, error will come. What's the meaning of it? All of you understood this statement, right? Try with resource, if you want to use it, they must be the member of your auto closable. It's a concept. Right. Anyway, this small program I'll copy there for you once. All of you understood auto closable, right? You just for interview purpose only. All remaining all changes came anyway. So core Java, in my core Java book, these statements are available anyway. But here also auto closable came. No, there also we draw that auto closable to scanner anyway. Right. All of you clear about this? Right. Look here. One program I must show how to work with stream, means loading image, retrieving image. One program, because that will help you in servlet programming, how to get the data from images from database and put it onto web browser. One program I'll do. Remaining all reading concepts only: batch processing definition, connection pooling, row set. They're all theoretical questions we give it. Practical we never do, because the practicals are repeated in your frameworks. That all. So that reading components notes will be given. Means, so next one class we'll do one program with a stream. Stream means what? Loading image to database. How to load image to database with a Java program. How to get that image from the database from Java program. One program we do for awareness purpose. So that will help you when you come to server coding. Any images, if you take from database and put it onto web browser, automatically that will help you. Got it right? Look here, 1 minute. Is there Nani? Tomorrow is an holiday for you, for Ugadi, right? Tomorrow holiday. Next holiday they'll intimate it, I think. That next holiday means what? Next is what? Next festival? Ramjan. They'll intimate for you. That is the information. Moreover, check the Google Classrooms always. Tomorrow holiday officially. Wednesday, you check the Google Classroom and come. Okay, right? Check your Google Classrooms. Wednesday, Thursday, keep on checking the Google Classroom. The information is available there. Got it right? Tomorrow, officially, we have an holiday. Okay, right? Thank you very much for today. Notes is pending. I'll upload by 1 o'clock.